So we have the CB500F with us today. Finally is back home. So when it comes down to mirrors, they're pretty much, they just twist on. Okay, so once it's off, this is what I mean of getting it at the right angle. You can technically have it like down. Should be able to start. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're jumping into the video today. We have to do a lot of things. So we have the CB500F with us today. Finally is back home. Seems like it's been forever. If you guys last saw this bike when we were riding it, we were back on the East Coast in Buffalo, New York, when we bought the bike, loaded it up on the trailer, brought it all the way back home with us to SoCal. It was at the storage unit for over a month, close to 2 months, and now we finally got it back here. So the bike hasn't been touched, been turned on, been anything in all that time. The bike right now, it's inside of its like transportation mode, if that makes sense. So we've got some things going on. I gotta like undo some stuff and kind of like get it buttoned up. I also did buy a windshield for it, which I may install right now. I may not, we'll see, just to kind of help it out for when it's on the highway. Now, we also do have the KLX 140R. Don't know if we're gonna do anything with this bike right now, but I do need to look at the carb. I think I'm looking at upgrading the carbs on this because it's having some starting issues, but after doing some research, it definitely needs it. So that may be settled for another day, but I think I'm gonna focus in on this bike for right now. I'm excited to get this bike out. I do want to try to ride it. I don't know if I'll ride it in this video, but I definitely want to ride this bike. Since I haven't seen it in such a long time, I kind of forgot all about it. It looks really cool. I'm like excited to like kind of get this thing up and running. So that is the name of the game today. We have so many things to film, and I don't know if this video is going to go out before or after the Corvette update video, but I just got all the carpeting for the Corvette, so that's going to have to be done some point in time. Maybe not today, but some point in time, all that stuff's got to be buttoned up. But we're jumping into the video today. We're going to be getting this bike up and running, getting this thing nice and clean, and yeah, just kind of getting it operational. So let's jump into it. First things first, let me show you what we did. When we had the bike mounted up, this side was the side that was up against the trailer on the top. So to try to eliminate if it was going to rub, we actually did move the handlebars over quite a bit. So I still have to unloosen these and get the handlebars straight. We have the clutch lever was being held in. This cover is off. Yes, this peg is zip tied up. And just looking around, anything else? I think this is, yeah, this peg is zip tied as well. And oh yeah, I forgot, we took off the mirrors too. Both mirrors are off. I think that's all of the stuff that we did to it. Luckily, I have everything over here, and I do remember for the handlebars, I don't know if it was metric or whatever, or standard, but I have the right tools to undo it. So just to give you a quick look what we got in here. This is the other windshield, which I'm still debating if I want to swap it out, because I really do like the naked bike style when there's nothing there. Kind of like the way that looks, but we'll see. Some of the plastics, mirrors, those should go on quickly, and the toolkit. And that's, I believe, the instructions for that. First things first, let me cut off all these zip ties. Okay, one of the things I wanted to make sure is for the clutch. Did I disengage it? I think it's still engaged. Like as in it's still connected. I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna have to test it. Okay, let me put it in gear. Oh, I'll just put it into a gear. That's in gear. Now, pull the clutch. Yeah. No clutch. Yep. Okay. There's still some gas in here. Okay. Cool. So I just wanted to make sure that the clutch was still engaged, as in I didn't disconnect it because we had it pulled. Just wanted to see that. So I think I'm gonna put on the mirrors. And I know some people hate running mirrors, but look, for me, I want to be able to see. I don't care about looking cool. I want to stay alive. So put the mirrors back on. So when it comes down to mirrors, they're pretty much, they just twist on. Pretty simple. So I do understand why people would be like, yeah, they'll just take them off. But like, I don't know, man. I like being able to see. I think I'll do this part next. Luckily, all of the bolts that meant to be screwed back in, I think we left them all in here. Let me just line this up. Let me see. Yeah, they're all right there. So it should be fairly easy to install this. We literally left the screws that are in it in the right spot. So you can just undo these guys real quick. Actually, no, before I do that, let me do the handlebars, because that's like the biggest thing that's kind of annoying me, that the handlebars are slightly tilted. And then for handlebars, which I never knew actually until we had to do this, it's literally, I mean, it has a guide point to where it's supposed to go. You unscrew this and you can move this whole thing left and right. So that's good to know. I do want to get it adjusted correctly so it's at the right angle as well, like up and down as far as left and right too. So have to do that, and then I can just throw this other piece on here that's covering up. I literally kept the toolkit purposely just to do this. The one size that I needed, it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. I even checked inside of here. I was like, did I put it in the bike? No, there was some other one, but luckily I do have the right size. So I'm gonna kind of get these tight. Okay, so once it's off, this is what I mean of getting it at the right angle. Because you can technically have it like down, but try to get it at the right angle as far as up and down as well, and then kind of move it along. I might have to loosen this up a little bit more, but I mean, it's moving, but yeah, I'm gonna have to undo these a little bit more. I found the right size for this guy too. Honestly, that's like the hardest part, is finding all the right screws or the right Allen wrenches for these little things. But I do want to say, guys, if you're liking this content, give me a like. And like, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. We do a lot of things related to cars and off-roading and outdoor adventuring things. And I'm trying to venture a little bit back into bikes. I've always been into bikes. Haven't been over the past couple of years, but bringing this to the channel, yeah, might do a little more bike content. But yeah, if you like any of this type of content, check out my channel. So when we did buy this bike, in the one video when we were towing it back, I explained it all, but this bike was used. Bought it at a dealership. It only had like 500 miles on it. My assumption is someone who bought it, they used it, they were like, this is a little bit too slow for me. Like, it's kind of a beginner bike, I would say. Really, this bike, I think, would be a good step for me and the wife. And it's like, this bike is not big, but it's meant to be a bike that we can take with us with the travel trailer whenever we go somewhere. If we want to bring a big bike or a road legal bike to have something to drive on the street besides for the truck. Okay, so we got all that taken care of. I figured out why this bolt up there is silver and so is that one. I think I had them reversed because that one wasn't screwing in down there. So put that one up there and everything, it worked out. So the bike is pretty much assembled again. Great. And I adjusted the handlebars. Now, The other part is this windshield. So it looks like it's pretty simple. I'm just looking at the instructions. So it looks like it's gonna mount up to these 2 points. Those 2 points, take it out, do that, and it should go on. I'm hoping this doesn't take very long. It says like a 15-minute install, so let's see how it goes. And I'm gonna put you guys down on the tripod and just try to bust this thing out and get the bike up and running. So let's do it. Did not expect all that to happen. Took those off, this whole front piece just kind of flops forward. That's a bit, I mean, wow. Didn't realize this whole thing was being held on by 2 bolts. I wonder why they were so hard to disassemble. Okay, that's a little bit terrifying just to see all that, but it's kind of cool just to see inside of it, just the electronics that's behind the center gauge. It would be kind of cool to have a bike with no headlight. I really just like the naked bike when it's just like chopped, just the forks. I don't know, I kind of like that look, but all right, let me keep going. I'm so stupid. I was looking at this like this. I'm like, oh, it goes like this. Wow. Oh, it literally just goes on like that? Oh, that's pretty simple. I was so confused. I was like, how does this thing go on? It doesn't look like it. I had to like look at someone else's video and I just like looked at a picture and I'm like, wait, that's literally, it's upside down. Oh, so it really is that simple. You just take these 2 bolts off, hold this. This just goes over, just like so. Now I'm gonna just give it a nice firm tightening up. Not over twerking it, just getting it so it stays in place. I think I should tighten this side up actually a lot before I can give it torque down. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Of course I had to say it, that's not going anywhere. And watch, it goes flying off while I'm driving. Take that off. I think it's installed. I think we're pretty good. Let's take a look at this thing. So it looks like that's pretty good. I do gotta do a couple little small things to the bike. Oh yeah, the phone mount I had for this bike is inside of the truck. I was using it for like the passenger seat. So I need to still just, I'll do that off camera. I'm just gonna put the phone mount back on here. I do gotta replace this ugly thing. I'm gonna swap and get like an eliminator kit and just have a small little turn, or this your 3rd brake light and like your turn signals and everything up there. I guess it's not really a 3rd brake light, I guess it's just your brake light. The mirrors I'm gonna keep. Maybe eventually I'll upgrade to get the smaller ones, but I think this is fine for now. And then I'll show you guys, this does have this little exhaust on it too. Nothing crazy. But yeah, the bike is pretty straight. I think I'm gonna just cut it on just to make sure she starts right up. I mean, I would assume that she will. Let me just feel it out again with this. I mean, this windshield it's not blocking much. I mean, it'll be something though. I can always tuck super in if I have to, but I do want to show you guys the gauge. I do like this bike a lot. Like, I haven't ridden a newer bike, so for me, seeing all these gauges, yeah, the high beams are on. It's also really cool. The bike has a gear indicator. Let's still go half throttle. Should be able to start. Yep. Cool. So the bike is officially back. That was a pretty straightforward, kind of rejuvenating. I'm gonna probably just wipe it down. The bike is still really dirty from being on top of a trailer for 2,500 miles and then going into a storage unit and then having it be trailered back to the house. So it's been trailered a lot. But the bike, actually, how many miles does it have on it right now, real quick? So yeah, I'm coming up on like 1,000 miles. Actually, I think we got it. It was like under 500 miles, maybe like 300, 400, something like that. I did a decent amount of miles on this bike. The more that I'm sitting on it, the more I'm like, oh, I do want to kind of ride. This bike isn't the biggest bike. It's actually a pretty small bike, 500cc, a 2-cylinder. So it's not crazy. I think the horsepower is in like the 50 something range. I don't even know what it is off the top of my head. But I think this is a good bike primarily for whenever we want to travel with a motorcycle. This is a good bike that we can take with us wherever we go. If we go on our long distance travels, it can go with us inside the travel trailer. If we're not going to be taking a dirt bike, because bringing the dirt bikes is primarily if we're going somewhere like an OHV area, we'll bring a dirt bike with us whenever we go camping. But if we're going somewhere that is actually like cross country or somewhere far and we want to bring another vehicle with us, definitely bringing this guy with us. So we're going to have a little bit more variety on the channel, maybe just a couple motorcycle vlogs here and there, but really this is just going to be a vehicle that I'm just going to enjoy. And then who knows, maybe we'll eventually down the line get something else. But I think for me and the wife, for her first street bike, this is a good sized bike. It's nothing crazy, but you don't need anything crazy to have a whole bunch of fun on 2 wheels. But with that being said, guys, if you haven't seen the video where we took this thing across country, check this video out right here. That was a crazy time. Man, I'll see you guys over there.